this is the sixth time you guys held an offense to one touchdown or fewer. How close are you to consistently playing at kind of the level you guys think you can be at?
Yeah, I mean that's just part of our standard on defense is obviously holding to as little scores as possible, but yeah, I mean I think today, I mean obviously we had a decent game, scoreboard said what it said, but I think honestly there's a lot we could have done better today, and the good thing is we'll be able to go back and fix that. But right now the defense is operating at a very high level, and we have a very high standard that we've set for ourselves. So that's just us coming out and executing the standard.
You won't get a contribution in the box score for that interception, but is it simple as a hurry, or do you guys account for it some other way when you walk a guard all the way back to the quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the official stat line on that is or was, but that's just us doing our job. It is big plays like that are important, and we talk about again putting the. Last week we left a lot of strip sacks on the board. We could have had a ton more getting the ball out and stuff like that. So this week we really emphasized it, and then just came out. I was able to push the guard or the tackle right into the quarterback, and ball went up, and Steve made a play on it. So I don't know what the stat line is, but it was a big play, and we got the ball back. So that was all that mattered.
Walk us through the strip sack later.
Yeah. So I mean, Tatum, it was actually funny. Tatum, Teote, and I were on the same side, and we ran a quick little pass rush game, and I'm glad I taught him how to do that when I coached him in high school because it worked perfectly. Nah, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, that was quarterback. I came around the corner, quarterback was hanging on the ball still. So again, just reach for the ball, get the ball out. Just the QB hits are cool and all, but when you can get the ball out and change the game, that's the most important thing.
Did you get the jump on that play you wanted? Because you had to go a long way around.
Yeah, I mean that's just part of the pass rush game we were playing. It's sometimes the quarterback will be there and sometimes he won't. But in that case, I just had to put it in fifth gear and keep going a little bit, and luckily I was able to get to it.
You have a game that's as chaotic as this one was to start. How do you kind of settle yourself down, settle the whole team down as a leader of the team, and get back into what you guys are doing?
Yeah, I mean the first play of the game was obviously unfortunate, but that's just part. That's something that our defense does. We talk about putting out the fire. If there's something that happens on the field, we got to go out there and we got to get the ball back for our offense. It's unfortunate, but we preach it all the time. Next play mentality. So you got to put it behind us and just play the next play. And obviously we got the ball back for our offense like we wanted to do. So it was a pretty good execution of putting out the fire.
How would you assess how the team responded to Seattle? Like what happened in Seattle? How would you guys respond?
Yeah, I mean I think we responded as good as we could. I think you learn a lot about yourself. You learn more about yourselves in games like that than you do blowing people out. So I think we really came back. We like to say we go to the doctor. Went to the doctor, fixed up what we needed to fix up, and we came out swinging, and we've been on fire. It's pretty cool feeling when you win a game like this, but you feel like you could have done so much better. And that just shows what type of team we have this year, and the type of mentality we have is, we can win a game, but if it's not to our standard, we're not going to be happy with it. So. That just says about the leaders on this team, about the older guys, and how we're running things.
Was there a moment when you realized that UW wouldn't define you? Maybe the next week in practice, maybe in that locker room. I don't know.
We knew it right away. Right when we walked off the field, that was in our heads. We control our own destiny. I know there's a narrative out there that we don't, but we definitely do. And that was in our head as soon as we got in that locker room. Was we're not going to let this do anything other than just help us. We got to use this as fuel, and it can only come out swinging harder.
Was there some relief when you saw the CFP rankings last week and where you were at?
I saw it quickly, but to be honest with you, I didn't really think much of it. We had a beat Cal. That was the most important thing. Those first rankings don't really mean anything anyway. So it's just something you see. But at the end of the day, we know where we want to be, and that's where we want to be.
At this point, does Bo do anything that surprises you anymore, or do you kind of just expect days like this where he goes out there and pulls up 6 touchdowns like it's nothing?
Yeah, I mean, we see what Bo can do every day in practice, and so when he does stuff like that in games, it's really no surprise. But yeah, no, I don't know where he pulled that one out, a little duck under there. That was pretty sweet. I was trying to practice it on the sideline after he did it, but yeah.
There's some allegations that your best friend's a lot better looking than you. What could you say to that?
Yeah, no, it's really upsetting. Sometimes I really have to help him out mentally and just tell him that he's better looking than me. even though if you ever seen Jackson Powers Johnson, you could break a mirror just by looking at himself. So, I'm there for his moral support, and sometimes you just can't cure ugly.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
If you guys played hypothetically a perfect game, you guys won this one by 30, and you still have a lot of things to be cleaned up. Would this coaching staff tell you guys you played perfectly, or would they still find stuff for you guys to?
Yeah, I mean, I think last week we played as close to our standard as we could. But when we got back and we got into Monday and starting to look at the stuff that we did, there's always going to be stuff to fix. And that's just how this coaching staff is, how this team operates. Is there's always going to be something you can be better at. Good, better, best is how we really talk about it. It's great to go out there and win a game, but if you don't do it to your level, the level that you think you can do it, it's not as accomplishing as you think as it would be. But we're ready to. Obviously, I'm looking forward to Monday. I know a lot of the guys are, to fix what we need to fix to have a big game next week too.
Does that ever get frustrating?
No, I mean, it's not really frustrating because it's part of the game. It's very hard to play a perfect game, and I know guys are so anxious to be great on this team that they can't wait for Monday to fix what they got to fix. Yeah.